The northwest coast of America has a history of frequent disasters. Over the past 300 years, powerful earthquakes have triggered numerous fires and a massive tsunami, submerging hundreds of settlements and causing the loss of thousands of lives. The culprit behind these disasters is the Cascadia subduction zone, stretching over 700 kilometers along the Pacific Plate's boundary, known for its high seismic activity and earthquake risk. Cascadia experiences periodic seismic events, with earthquakes of magnitude 8 or greater occurring roughly every 250 years. Experts predict a 33% chance of a similar earthquake occurring within the next 50 years. However, detecting impending disasters in Cascadia is challenging, as there are no typical earthquake precursors or warning signs. Preparation is crucial for residents of the region. Emergency kits should contain essential supplies to sustain life for at least 2 weeks. Securing heavy objects in homes and taking protective measures during earthquakes are vital precautions. Taking shelter under sturdy objects during earthquakes and evacuating buildings afterward are essential for survival. Yet, the danger in Cascadia extends beyond earthquakes. Volcanic activity in the region could exacerbate future disasters. The awakening of volcanoes like Yellowstone could intensify tsunamis and earthquakes. Therefore, residents must remain vigilant and prepared for potential disasters. Moreover, the risks in Cascadia are not confined to the region's inhabitants. Unpredictable tsunamis or earthquakes could impact distant regions like the Mediterranean coast of Europe. UNESCO warns residents of these areas to prepare for disasters. Detecting tsunamis and earthquakes may be challenging, but paying attention to natural signs and being prepared can save lives. For those living in Cascadia and similar hazardous areas, knowledge and preparedness are vital for survival. Hatay earthquake, traces of disaster. Hatay, located in the south of Turkey and shaken by numerous earthquakes throughout history, once again found itself in the clutches of natural disaster on February 6, 2023. This unfortunate event brought about great destruction and sorrow in the city. Before the earthquake, the increasing seismic activity in the region was alarming. However, unfortunately, the precautions taken before the earthquake were not sufficient. When the clock struck 8:45 on February 6th, Hatay and the surrounding areas were rocked by a severe earthquake. The intensity of the tremor was measured at 6.8. This severe tremor caused great panic and chaos in the city. Immediately after the earthquake, rescue teams and local authorities mobilized to rescue those trapped under the rubble. However, it was a harsh reality that many people lost their lives under the collapsed buildings. Lists of missing and injured individuals were compiled through announcements made on radio, television, and social media, providing a glimmer of hope for those searching for their loved ones. The number of collapsed buildings was quite high. Particularly old and neglected structures suffered extensive damage due to the earthquake. While hopeful rescue efforts were made for those trapped under the rubble of collapsed buildings, it was reported that even sturdy buildings in the city sustained damage. This situation once again underscored that the infrastructure and building stock in the city were not earthquake resistant. Hatay has been a city where different cultures and religions have peacefully coexisted throughout history. Various communities with different beliefs, such as Islam, Christianity, and Judaism, have been living together in Hatay for many years. This diversity has contributed to the formation of a rich cultural heritage unique to the city. The Hatay earthquake left not only physical, but also spiritual traces. Families left behind under the rubble of collapsed buildings felt a deep void in their hearts due to the sorrow of losing their loved ones. However, following this tragedy, the people of Hatay supported each other with a spirit of solidarity and mutual assistance. By sharing their grief, they began the rebuilding process with strength. Today, the Hatay earthquake remains a bitter memory. However, the lessons to be learned and the measures to be taken after this disaster are still being discussed. The residents of the city demand a stronger infrastructure, and better preparedness process to cope with similar disasters in the future. The Hatay earthquake has become a symbol not only of destruction and loss, but also of humanity's solidarity and resilience. This disaster reminds us of how vulnerable we are in the face of the power of nature, yet it also demonstrates how resilient humans can be.